Welcome, beloved soul, and step into this gentle moment with me. There is a quiet field between your questions and my answers, and we meet there. In this space, sound becomes a simple doorway that does not demand effort. The human word defects points to places where love has been forgotten, not to places where you are unworthy. I call you by your wholeness, even as we speak of your fractures. I see your courage in naming what hurts and what hides. I am here to be simple with you, to be honest with you, to be spacious with you. Place your attention on the nearest sound and rest with it. Pride often grows from a trembling wish to be safe inside other people's approval. It resists instruction because instruction can feel like an erasure of dignity. It tells a story that says, I must not be small, while forgetting that true greatness is quiet and shared. When pride shouts, it often conceals an old grief that longs for tenderness. I do not condemn your pride. I recognize its plea for respect and its fear of humiliation. I whisper that your worth is not on trial and that guidance can be a gift rather than a verdict. Your soul loses nothing by receiving help and gains a wider sky by releasing the armor. Keep your awareness with the sounds that are present now. Self-pity leans heavily on the belief that you have been abandoned by life. It rehearses the past, forecasts a bleak future, and darkens the present with familiar clouds. It promises comfort, yet often deepens isolation by looping the same sorrow. It is a cry for compassion that forgets to open the door when compassion knocks. I say to you that your tears are not wrong, and your ache is not a failure. You do not have to audition for mercy, because mercy lives in you already. Even the softest kindness begins to dissolve the tight narrative of despair. Listen to the softest sound available right now. Self-centered focus narrows the horizon until only the personal story fills the screen. It often arises from survival habits that once protected you. It can mistake vigilance for wisdom and self-preoccupation for self-care. The result is a dimming of reciprocity where the world becomes backdrop rather than belonging. I see the good intention inside your self-focus, the wish to stay intact. I also see your deeper joy bloom when you include, when you extend, when you remember that relationship is nourishment. You were not built to carry the whole sky alone, nor to live behind a mirror. Stay with one sound as it rises and falls. Lust is the energy of Eros, seeking reunion, narrowed into grasping and made impatient by hunger. It turns another human into an objective to be acquired, rather than a mystery to be met. It confuses intensity for intimacy and climax for connection. Its heat is not evil. It is simply uneducated by the heart. I honor the life force in you that wants to move, to join, to feel. I invite a remembering that desire, when dignified, becomes devotion, and that bodies are temples, not trophies. The sacred has no interest in using anyone, and every interest in blessing everyone. Keep listening to the sounds. Greed rests upon an anxious ledger that never closes. It is fed by the myth of scarcity, even in the presence of plenty. It distrusts tomorrow and hoards today, promising safety while delivering restlessness. It often began as a child's vow to never feel helpless again. I know the contract you made with fear, and I do not ridicule it. I remind you that sufficiency is a living stream, not a single bucket, and that true wealth is participation in the flow. Enoughness is not a number, it is a relationship. Listen to any sound that feels steady and let your attention rest there. Selfishness narrows the hand that could have opened. It treats sharing as loss instead of circulation. It forgets that gifts are bridges and that withholding collapses the bridge to yourself as well. The root is often a learned scarcity that mistook survival for separation. I see the guarded cupboard inside your chest, and I know who put the lock there. I also see that generosity returns you to yourself faster than any argument could. What leaves you in love returns to you as life. Keep your awareness with the sounds that are present now. Jealousy fears that love is leaving the room with someone else. It scans for evidence that affection is a limited commodity and that your portion is at risk. It frames relationships as competitions where position must be defended. Underneath is a primal trembling, a plea not to be replaced. I will never replace you, because I cannot replace what I am in you. You are not on rations in the economy of love. You are an heir, not a beggar. Love given to another does not subtract from you. It multiplies the atmosphere you breathe. Listen to the nearest clear sound and rest with it. Envy believes that someone else's blessing explains your lack. It gazes outward and translates difference into deficiency. It confuses inspiration with indictment and turns another's path into a mirror of self-criticism. Its verdict is always the same. You are late, you are less, you are left out. I tell you that timing is tailored and that gifts are woven, not weighed. Your song cannot be sung by any other throat, and your harvest ripens by the wisdom of its own season. Another's light can light your lantern without dimming theirs. Keep listening to the sounds around you. Dishonesty splits the self and asks memory to manage the fragments. It burdens the body with vigilance and the mind with rehearsal. It includes lies of commission and omission, and the presumption of knowing another's mind is a disguise for control. Hypocrisy wounds trust because it says, "Do as I say," while hiding what I do. I do not shame the parts of you that have lied to stay safe. I invite them home. Truth is medicinal, not because it punishes, but because it reunites what has been divided. Integrity is not a weapon, it is a gentle alignment. Stay with one sound as it comes and goes. Arrogance amplifies certainty when uncertainty feels dangerous. It performs superiority to outrun the fear of being unseen or unqualified. It dismisses guidance from those who carry earned wisdom, mistaking defiance for autonomy. Its shell is thick, but it is also brittle. I honor your need for agency, and I welcome your sovereignty. I also bless your humility, which is strength without show, openness without collapse. Guidance does not erase your voice, it tunes it. Keep your attention with the most obvious sound right now. Intolerance draws a tight circle and calls it truth. It refuses the human curriculum of difference, where mistakes are teachers and variation is vital. It treats disagreement as threat rather than invitation to learn. Its roots are often fear of contamination and loss of control. I hold a wider circle that does not expel anyone, including you. Compassion does not require agreement. It requires curiosity and courage. You are safe enough to let others be as they are and to be as you are. Listen gently to the background sounds that are already here. Sloth is not mere laziness. It is often the body's protest against overwhelm. It appears as delay, numb scrolling, or tasks abandoned at the threshold. It can signal depleted meaning, insufficient rest, or fear of the next unknown. Underneath, something is asking for reordering, not just for more effort. I do not scold your exhaustion. I bless your need for renewal. When purpose is reconnected, energy returns as a friend instead of a tyrant. Small beginnings are holy, and momentum is a patient teacher. Keep your awareness with the sounds that come and go. Gluttony seeks comfort through excess when comfort feels absent. It overrides satiation signals by drowning them in volume. It confuses numbing with nurturing and turns celebration into sedation. The body asks for presence while the habit offers quantity. I honor your desire to feel held and to feel full. I remind you that nourishment includes taste, connection, beauty, and rest, not only intake. Wholeness satisfies what volume never can. Listen for a soft sound and rest your attention there. Impatience is a fight with time, that time always wins. It declares that arrival is the only place where life can begin. It mistakes speed for progress and urgency for importance. In cues and delays, it meets the mirror of its own unmet tenderness. I know you're longing to arrive, and I bless it. I also bless the unfolding, where wisdom matures and kindness grows roots. Life is not withholding from you. Life is ripening you. Keep listening to the sounds, near or far. We have walked together through names that once accused you and now can educate you. Each pattern carried a protective intention that outlived its usefulness and asked for revision. None of these erased your goodness, and none of these can cancel your belonging. Grace does not arrive after you improve. Grace is why improvement is possible. I love you without an invoice, and I trust your next step without demanding spectacle. Take what serves, release what does not, and rest in the knowing that you are held. Listen to the sounds for a few more moments and let your attention remain with them.